Hello, people of the internet. I was on the planet. Welcome back to the Madden Legends tournament. We are in week 9 of the NFC. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about this time is the Cleveland Browns. I mean, they have quite the task. 0-16 last season. And, I think even if you think the Browns are a good team, I think even if you think the Browns are a bad team, I think it's very hard to see them doing that badly. I thought they were much better than last season when they went 1-15. I thought they were much more likely to go 0-16 that season. They probably much more deserved than the other season. Yeah, but it's just hard to imagine like a team could be that bad. You look at all the statistics. It's consistently they're so consistently bad. It's actually statistically harder for them to be as consistently bad as they are the way the National Football League is set up, than for them to occasionally have a good team. So anyway, I think that they can do it. Because they did have, as I said before, they had some good players. Myles Garrett looks like he could be a good draft pick. Like, he played very well. He's just part of like a team that isn't very good. So that's the thing. Okay. So what am I gonna say? I don't know. I think they should. I don't know if they should draft a quarterback or not, or go for one in free agency. It's tough to do. It's just really tough for the Browns. They have so much rebuilding to do. They've got some good players. As much as good a player as Saquon Barkley is, I don't know. You've already got Isaiah Crowell. Maybe you go for a defensive player too. Like, try and build on your defense and draft a quarterback too. Now, if you're like, okay, let's say, I don't know, really desperate. You don't get a guy in free agency. I don't think you're going to give Deshaun Kaiser or Cody Kessler or anybody else a chance, really. You're going to want to try and go for, someone who's, you're going to want to go for someone who's kind of young. Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, worked out really well for the teams they played for. Or Carson Wentz, I guess you're American. But anyway. Sam Darnold, I think he said he was going to stay back initially. I think he's retracted that claim since. But, I think that says a lot. Drafting a defensive player probably would do the Browns better, but they might go for Saquon Barkley. I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's enough about the draft. It's enough about the Cleveland Browns, because it's time to get into the week 9 of the NFC. So anyway, here we go. First game is the Redskins and the Giants. And now, I really didn't expect this game to be as defensive as it was, but it just really turned out that way. Okay, so what happened here? Well, okay, so I knew both these teams were kind of going to go, and they weren't going to score 1,000,000 points like some of the other teams in the competition. But anyway, it's Manning rolling out to his right, throwing, and he gets picked off by Darryl Green. And shit, that's my controller. Never mind that. We don't really need that now. Okay, my apologies. Anyway, but so it's Mark Mosley who capitalizes, I suppose. Not really as much as the Redskins could have possibly hoped for, but still, it's nice to get something out of the trip. Anyway, so the Giants retaliate with their own field goal, Raul Allegre on the field goal there, and then Sammy Baugh throws. He's picked off by Lawrence Taylor, and that is what the Giants need, basically, because it is enough for them to and Eli Manning to get inside field goal range, inside the red zone, but they are picked off again. It's Darryl Green again on the. The receiver there just kind of stalled on the play. I don't know why, but anyway, the defense was actually playing really well for the Giants. They were keeping them in it, so it's still a 3-3 game. But this happens. It is, I believe, Devontae Hall with the interception, make it 3-0. So I put Phil Simms in instead of Eli Manning, and then this happens. Sammy Baugh going deep. He's got Bobby Mitchell in the end zone for the Redskins touchdown, make it a 10-3 game. But Phil Simms had an infinitely better game than Eli Manning, just getting into the end zone on his first drive there. It's good work from the player there, but you got to give some credit. Anyway, so Sammy Baugh, I was trying to kind of float it over, but it didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. So anyway, the end result is a field goal to the Giants, 13-10, leading at halftime. So anyway, it didn't get much better for the Redskins because their punt was blocked. I think that's the first blocked punt we've had all season. But anyway, this might be slightly idiotic from me, but I decided I was going to try and do the end around on them and get a few more yards and try to pick up the first down. But anyway, it didn't work out that way. It's a safety. Giants lead 15-10. However, the Redskins were able to force the Giants to defer possession again on a punt. So anyway, Sammy Baugh finally starting to string things together, but he's not able to punch it in for another touchdown. So anyway, it's a 13-10 game, or 13-15 game still. And Phil Simms with in the 2-minute drill throws. It's picked off. Darrell Green's third INT of the game, and that could be what the Redskins need. But are they strong enough to drive it into the end zone, especially given their performance today? And well, that catch and carry there from Charlie Taylor is enough to carry the ball inside field goal range. And this play here means that the Redskins have enough time to just kick over the field goal as time ends, and that ends the lowest scoring primetime game of the year so far, 16-15 in favor of the Washington Redskins. Now, even though it was a more offensive matchup, I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. You know, it's just a nice change. You know, whenever games like 50 points to 45 or 41 points to 73, or not 73, 33 or whatever. You know, I mean, those games are fun, but, bit of variety. Everything in moderation, But anyway, this game was nowhere near as good, I'm afraid. Yeah, so anyway, Roger Craig just busting through. I mean, I'm kind of glad it chose Week 7 because Week 7 was a much better week because of it. Anyway, so, this... Roger Craig did do a lot of work there to get into the end zone. And this play here, Steve Young, he's got a good pass, but his receiver there just dropped it on the play. I know that's an offensive lineman, but you got to catch that. He was wide open. Anyway, so then it's Terrence Metcalf. I think Terry Metcalf is what he goes by. But anyway, the Cardinals get the touchdown, but they can't hit over the extra point. So it's a 7-6 game. And then this play here, it's caught, I think, by Freddie Solomon. I could be wrong. I believe it's Freddie Solomon. But anyway, regardless, 49ers 14-6 up. But this play here from Larry Fitzgerald takes the Cardinals inside field goal range, and they're able to take the timeout and kick over a field goal as time expires in the first half. So a 14-9 game at halftime. You're thinking pretty close, right? And I suppose you'd be right. But man, it's Joe Montana on one side versus Carson Palmer on the other. I don't care how good Carson Palmer is. He's up against Joe fucking Montana. He's not going to outdo him. So yeah, no surprise, the 49ers went on a bit of a route later on in the game. It wasn't even close to it wasn't even close later on, I mean, Vernon Davis wasn't even the intended receiver on that play. I mean, you can see that. He wasn't supposed to catch the ball, but he did anyway, and he still gained 50 yards on the play. That drive ended up pretty much with Joe Montana going into the end zone again. And there is one good event about this game, is that it, for the first time in Madden Legends tournament so far this year, Cardinals, good job blocking the point there. For the first time in Madden Legends tournament this season, we have a perfect passer rating. That's right, Joe Montana hit the magic 158.3 today with, with no INTs. And I believe 4 touchdowns, might have been 5. Yeah, 4 touchdowns passing and several hundred yards. So congratulations to Joe Montana. I've been the man of the plan. Thank you for watching my video. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, then please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, I will see you then. Sorry about all the background noise. It's just kind of hard to film these, so I just film them whenever I can.